Good morning and welcome once again to Life Connect. May not be our final day, there might be a little sneaky one on YouTube tomorrow morning if you tune in. Anyway, it's nice to be with you again, and today I'm looking at a new experience, and we're skipping ahead a couple of chapters in Joshua, having spent 3 days on one little passage, but really good to just meditate, as we said, on that little passage earlier on. We're now going over to Joshua chapter 3. We're just going to read the first 4 verses in Joshua chapter 3. Early in the morning, Joshua and all the Israelites set out from Shittim and went to the Jordan, where they camped before crossing over. After 3 days, the officers there went throughout the camp, giving orders to the people. When you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord your God and the Levitical priests carrying it, you are to move out from your positions and follow it. Then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before. But keep a distance of about 2,000 cubits between you and the Ark. Do not go near it. And the verse for today that we're going to focus on is not from Joshua at all, but it's from Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. The Israelites had the ark on which to fix their eyes, but we've got Jesus. So Israel is now on the move again, heading towards Jordan, and that's their great obstacle. Maybe this is a time of remembering all the things that have happened in the past back in Egypt, and how they crossed the Red Sea as they can see the Jordan in sight. And maybe they're thinking about all the uncertainties and the things that they've been through over the last 40 years. But with a company of the size that they were, possibly 1 million, 2 million, who knows how many people there were, to be exact, because we only count in numbers the men of fighting age. So wives, children, older people, the numbers would be immense. And the Jordan's in flood. It's a time of year when Jordan's in flood, and it's absolutely impossible to get across. There's no boats, there's no bridges, everything seems impossible. So everything had to be in God's hands, and God had a plan. And sometimes when things don't seem to be going the way that we want, and we don't see a way across, we just need to trust in God. So the Ark of the Covenant with the priests was to go first, and then Israel was to keep watching the Ark and move forward. And it was much more than just the 2 meters. It was 2,000 cubits. So if you know what a cubit is, well, 2,000 cubits is a long way. So yes, they'd know which way to go. The Ark of the Covenant with the priest was to go first, and Israel was to keep watching the Ark and move forward. The Ark was always a symbol to them of the presence of God, and would be a reminder that God was leading them forward. Then they would know which way to go, since they had never been this way before. And here we are in 2020, not particularly knowing the way forward, because we've never been here before with all the things that are happening. If this was the Life exhibition, today would be the 4th day of the Life exhibition. It actually would be the final day up here in Darlston, but as I say, we're not in Darlston. But each new day brings a new experience in our service to God. Whatever we're doing, none of us are aware of the obstacles that are going to face us each day. But one thing is for sure, we need to keep our focus, we need to keep our eyes on Jesus. We need to follow him and trust him. Again, didn't do a song yesterday, but the song that came to mind today was Trust and Obey, for there's no other way. And if you remember that song, that chorus, again, you're probably singing it. It was years later, having sung that for years growing up in Sunday school, it was years later that I found that that was just a very small chorus in a very long song. But still the words are important. Trust and obey, for there's no other way. And as we do that, as we trust in Jesus, as we follow Jesus, whatever our major or our minor problems are, we can be sure that God will overrule. The Israelites could do nothing, and so often we're in the same position, that without God we can do nothing. We have to rely on Him for our help. Where does our help come from? Our help comes from the Lord. So today, as we just finish this week, just think back to the beginning. Be strong and very courageous. It's a great verse. And as we continue forward, let's be strong and courageous. Look forward next week to my colleague Dave from Jesus Live. He's going to be doing Life Connect next week, so tune in for that. Okay, but let's just pray now as we just step into the day ahead of us. Lord Jesus, we just thank you for each new experience that you give us. We thank you that the joy of new experiences is that we never know what we're going to get. We never know the outcome. And as we put our trust in you, as we fix our eyes on you, Jesus, we just thank you that you know the future and that you have enabled us to put our trust in you, to move forward, to accept the things that we don't know what's going to happen. We just pray, Lord Jesus, now that whatever circumstance we find ourselves in, that we're able to trust you in all things at all times. Amen. So again, nice to have you with us. Keep putting those comments on and maybe tune in to Life Connect on YouTube tomorrow. And don't forget, if you haven't, please not only like us in the comments, but don't forget to like our page, like the Counties page, and like the Life Connect, Counties Connect page on YouTube as well. Okay, maybe by the end of next week we can be up to 1,000 followers. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Speak to you soon. Bye.